Your choices and your relationships are probably the number one key indicator of whether you're going to succeed financially. Very difficult to build wealth in going through 6 marriages. Very difficult to build wealth jumping from shack up to shack up with different kids, with different dads. Makes it hard. And that's not me picking on somebody or being judgmental or something like that. All of those things affect money. When you make those choices, they harm you. And they set you back. There's all kinds of research that says a couple that gets a level of education, gets married before they live together, has children after they get married, it's amazing what the research is on that. That the family itself, the traditional nuclear family, is a huge indicator of your ability to build wealth because it's an indicator of stability. And there's teamwork, and there's people pulling together for the future. And I know sometimes things don't work out, and I know people make mistakes. I've made just about every mistake you can make. I've done every dumb thing and hurtful, bad thing. I'm just about. And so this is not me saying I'm better than somebody. If you heard that, you're just not listening. But there are 5 things that if you do them with money while earning an income over 15 years, every time you will build a level of wealth. And one of those things is quality relationships and quality choices in relationships. But if you're just American gigolo, young man, and you're just jumping from bed to bed and a woman is a conquest and you're just going from female to female and you just, everything you see her is she's a task, you don't think that portion of your warped, toxic sex life doesn't rub off into your career choices and your financial choices and your stability and your ability to keep your word and do things that are predictable in the marketplace, and you don't think that doesn't end up affecting your wealth? Of course it does. Of course it does. Your choices and your character and the way you live every part of your life is intertwined with every other part of your life. That's called a holistic view. You don't get to compartmentalize and say, well, I'm this person on Sunday, and on Monday through Friday, I'm this other person. And on Saturday night, I'm another person. You don't get to decide that. You are a person. You're a whole person, and all of these things are connected, and they mess with your future and your ability to win, and it breaks my heart and makes me sad. But I can't, how do I talk to you if you're in that situation and we just met on the radio 15 seconds ago, and in order to give you good instruction when I know all of that's in the background? When I know until you break your cocaine addict, your cocaine habit, there is no freaking way in the world I can help you with your credit card debt. Because there's no such thing at the end of the day as rich cokeheads. I've known a bunch of them. Now, some of them are rich for a while. They sell their own junk, and they do all this other stuff for a while. But long term, meet them 10 years later, they're all broke and broken or dead. All of them. I've worked with addicts for 20 years, and it doesn't work out. And it affects your money. Hello. There's no such thing as a rich addict. You think pornography is a wonderful idea and you're having fun with that? Well, I got news for you. It's the fastest growing addiction in North America today. It's destroying families and futures faster than anything else. We see what's left of the family and what's left of the finances when it comes in here for crisis financial coaching. You don't think those choices have financial and wealth implications? Of course they do. You live in the bottom of a bottle, or you live in pursuit of a white line, and you don't think that that's going to make, and you're jumping from bed to bed? You don't think that stuff has anything to do with anything? Of course it does. Because whether people say it out loud or not, They know that when you're married, if you sleep with 6 other people, if your spouse can't trust you, we know that we can't trust you. Now, we may not be that blunt to you, but we all put shields up then. You know, everybody knows about George, or everybody knows about Henry. And you know what? He doesn't get opportunities, and he doesn't get put in deals. You know why? He's not trustworthy. He's not worthy of trust. Even his freaking spouse can't trust him. Your character is an indicator of your wealth building potential. Your ability to do relationships and be steady and be stable and be sustainable and be predictable. And so when you do these things that are heartbreaking and you put yourself in these positions, the only thing you can do after you do that, and I've done dumb things too, I'm telling you, I've broken things, and you can't put Humpty Dumpty back together. The only thing you can do is just pray to the Lord for forgiveness and then say, okay, how can I not do that kind of crap anymore? It doesn't work. And how can I go back to solid decision making so that I can start there to rebuild my life, and the wealth or control of my finances then flows out of the better decision making? You got to go back to solid ground after you screw up. We all do. You got to make different decisions if you want to win. That's as loving as I know how to be. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.